Okay, so guys, this came to me. This is a channeled message coming, that came in rather from Apollo. Okay, so of course Mercury is, in the house of Apollo right now, and yeah, so a lot of communications coming in from, from that deity, that frequency, that energy. And this came to me, I think, Sunday. Either, no, I think about probably Saturday, thereabout. And I didn't want to put it out there, but it came back to my consciousness today. And it came back with, I don't want to say full force, but it came back more solid, you know? And it's in regards to Amber Heard. Yes. The download from Mercury, from Apollo, is she's a homosexual woman. And nothing is wrong with that, Me putting that out there, nothing is wrong with that. And remember, these videos are only for entertainment purposes, for legal reasons. You feel what I'm trying to say? But you guys know, you know. But from Apollo, the message is that she's a homosexual woman, getting involved with men, or supposed heterosexual men or bisexual men, to use them for their money. So all them men's names you hear being called during the trial or whatnot. Elon Musk, James Franco, and them guys. She's a user. Amber Heard is a user. Okay? I remember I got a download last year about a feminine energy, and she's not the only one doing this. You have a lot of women out there and you have men who do the same. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's the right time. Okay, divine timing, right order. So this is when I was supposed to, or I'm supposed to put this out, because today Venus enters the transit of Aries. I'm not sure at what time, if it has already begun that transit or it is yet to, but it is May 2, 2022. It will enter the second and the seventh house. Venus, which is ruled by Venus, will enter Aries. So a lot of clarity and form of understanding and stuff. So where there was confusion, there will be clarity. So just expect things to clear themselves up. And especially when the retrograde, which will be next Tuesday, the Mercury retrograde, reflects back into the frequency of Taurus. A lot of confirmations then, 222. So yeah, you have a lot of women, a lot of people. Let me not just specify and say women, a lot of people. And that's why you gotta be cautious. I've told people, you see this 12-year cycle, which began 2020 and ends 2031. It's a very harsh cycle, but a lot of people won't see it that way, because they'll be, that's because a lot of people, you see, when you want to see the truth, I said this already, you will, if you believe, you will see. And I'm not saying you should believe in horror or, the worst. That's not what I'm trying to say. But if you accept, which is a form of belief, that people are can be very cruel and toxic, that you have people, whilst you've got good people, balanced. When I say good, I mean balanced people. They don't hurt people who don't hurt them. And they know when to accept a loss. They know when, you gotta accept a loss, when you gotta lose to win. But I mean, there are some people who don't want to accept that people are so heinous and despicable that they will do certain things. And so those people will be on the negative side of the Nine of Cups for this 12-year cycle. And that Five of Cups frequency too. And let me tell you something I told people. It is not the right, this 12-year cycle, you try and make sure you're not frightened to get married, because let me tell you, majority, let me just say 95% of marriages, I don't want to say the full 100%, because that's all, never be too certain. But I am that convinced that the aspects they say just that, because the 5th house is in Scorpio. Most people will be getting married for this 12-year cycle. Yes, it will be out of usury, selfishness, and most of these people, either one of the partner is going to be wealthy or reputable or thought to be. Because remember, there's that illusion frequency that is dominating or pervading. But let me tell you, it's not a good cycle to get married. If you did not get married prior to 2020, don't bother. You better wait until 2031 passes. After this 12-year cycle passes, like 2032, yes, I think 2032 would be a good year to yes, that would be a good year to get married. But any marriage that that took place from 2020, and that may take place for the rest of this 12-year cycle, this is not gonna last, and it's going to be the most devastating. They're going to lead to the most devastating ends. I'm telling you the truth. And it's not a good cycle to give, to conceive and to give birth. I'm just saying. So if you never breed this cycle, the birth rate must be reduced. It's a cycle. You have the cycle of abundance and the cycle of reduction. There's a time and season for everything. I said I'm not religious, but there are certain scriptures that if you heed them, you will be fine. Not saying that you're not going to go through hardship or pain, because those frequencies exist for a reason, but you will not succumb to them. There's a difference. All right? To be smart is to be pained, and vice versa. To be pained is to be smart. Because what? You learn. Saturn teach you, but it also afflict you and hurt you and restrict you. But if you are one of the chosen, then you will not succumb to the pain and die or commit suicide, which is still to die. But you will be strong. You will become stronger, I should say. For those who were already strong. But if you weren't strong before, you'll be strong. For those who are already strong, you will become stronger. So understand what I'm trying to say. So it's not a good... There are a special few who are supposed to conceive and give birth. There are some who will, nonetheless, even though they're not in the selected few who are supposed to. And for those people, there will be chaos and dismay in their lives. But this is the paradox. They were still supposed to, because those people are supposed to experience chaos and dismay. So that's the paradox. This 12-year cycle, great people are coming back into the fold. Great people who are significant for good and for evil are coming back. Wicked spirits, good spirits. And if you are the portal for wicked spirits to come into this 3D plane, onto this 3D plane, you are going to suffer for being the portal for which they come into this plane. Those messages coming straight from Apollo, so clear and precise. But if you are the portal for those, for the good spirit, I don't want to sound religious, but the righteous spirits of those who are, who are pure, balanced, and just, and who are coming to do good for humanity, then you shall likewise be rewarded. You shall receive a guerdon for succumbing to your higher spirit, your higher self, your spirit guides, and taking on that task in these troubled times. You feel what I'm trying to say? So women get conceiving during this 12-year cycle, are there are no in-betweens here, no gray. It's either black or white. And I'm not speaking, that's not a pun. I mean specifically in terms of frequencies and energies. The devil or God. Or let me just say, the devil or the Messiah. Do not be confused. Because some of these celebrities who you idolize and think they're all so special, and you think they're going to be bringing forth the Christ consciousness, or Christ consciousness it's not them. It's the woman who you do not even acknowledge or recognize. The woman who most people have never even heard of them. You heard about the story of Mary and the birth of Jesus, which was such a humble one. Jesus born in a manger. So don't think that this is, it's like, no, the Bible is, I'm not going to talk about the Bible in this video. I'm going to leave that for another time, because I'm not religious. I told you guys that. But there are truths, and when I say truths, I don't mean physical to a degree, but figurative truths in all of these spiritual books. And it's not to confuse us. The wise will understand this. That's something that cannot be explained. It's inexplicable. But it's like that story manifesting in this age. It was in the age of Pisces, so it is in the age of Aquarius. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. And it shall be again, because there is no true end. Where one thing ends, another thing begins. So tell me, where is the finale? The finale, or the finales of finales, or the end of ends? There is no such thing. There are no such ends. So, the deception and the illusion is for you to think, oh, it's that person. Finally, they're having a baby. It must be a special baby. No. That is the illusion. A lot of you won't even know who this Christ consciousness is. Probably it already has come. Maybe it already came prior to this 12-year cycle. Is that a confusion? Over time, we will receive clarity. Don't be dismayed, or don't feel discouraged and feel, oh, the fuck, it's a lot of confusion that you're spitting. But listen, I'm not here to think for you. I'm a guide, a spirit guide. So I will reveal some things, but the rest you have to figure out on your own. Watch the signs of the times. Connect with your own spirit guides, your higher selves, your guardian angels, your spirit team. If you also work with demons, connect with them. What are demons? I'm going to leave that topic for a different day. Of course, it's still Celebrity Tarot 444. Still Celebrity Tarot. There were a lot of illusions cast during the age of Pisces, even what a demon is, what an angel is, what an archangel is, what a devil is, what the devil is, if it's the or a. What is consciousness? What is love? What is positivity? What is good? What is evil? What is wicked? So over time, whilst talking about these other celebrities, spirit will, transmute the messages through me as it feels and pleases. But you have men and women, men who are acting like they're heterosexual men to use women for their monies and affluence and reputation, and their associates and their network and all of that. Net worth also. Network and net worth. And you have likewise women who are homosexual women using men who are heterosexual and or bisexual for their similarities, prestige, reputations, associates, net worth. Homosexual men using heterosexual women, bisexual women. It's not just men doing this stuff. It's not just women doing this stuff. And once people get around this, we can put an end to misogyny and sexism and all of that offense. Okay? We're not going to talk about percentage, who's doing it more than who. She is a homosexual woman as according to spirit. And again, I affirm for entertainment purposes only, for legal reasons. But we will see the truth, because the truth will always reveal itself, No matter how cunning or smart you think you are, and you can cover shit up so well, you can never cover the truth, because once it exists, it will reveal. It will be revealed. Nobody even got to reveal that shit. It just happens. Maybe you spill on yourself. Maybe she'll spill on herself. Maybe someone who we never expected to come forward to spill the beans will do so. Maybe a female lover or female companion. Female companions. Female lovers. So I just kind of wanted to drop that right there. I want people to also, before I close off, stop vibrating at that low Aquarius frequency. We're in the age of Aquarius, but try to realize yourselves and wake up, because a lot of people think that they're awake and they're dreaming. And they're unaware that they're dreaming and they're not conscious. They're not awake. They're still in a dream. They're still in a dream world. Dreamland. Where they don't know themselves and they're acting a fool. On some foolery kind of shit. Tomfoolery kind of shit. Now, women need to move away from the mentality that, the sexes, there's this battle that's, it's coming to a climax. And, where after the climax, you have a settling down. But a man don't want to be used by a woman. Woman don't want to be used by a man. And then you find that most people, they're in a toxic frequency. Playing games. Everybody wants somebody. Everybody needs somebody. But everybody's pretending and acting like they don't need anybody. Let me touch back on the Jada Pinkett. I don't know what's going to come out about Jada Pinkett, but the Jada Kingdom situation. Now, sometimes she would be ranting on social media, as according to some of these bloggers that what I see them post about her rants and shit. Blah, 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 blah. Can't find a loyal man or woman. And you think to yourself, we're not all like that, you know. Not all of us who rant about that shit are toxic. But I mean, you're not loyal. You don't respect yourself. You don't know how to abase and abound. And you expect somebody who's faithful, who knows how to abase and abound, to come your way. You are stupid as hell. Because there you are out there selling your pum pum, which I said it's their pum pum. They're free to do so. Do you think a man who is of that loyal nature, respectful and respectable nature, do you think he finds that shit attractive? Your body just doesn't mean anything to you. Any ninja who got money to pay for it can have it. And she's not the only one. Shinsia too. Because what I realized, like, Shinsia is throwing shades because of this, blah 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 blah. But bitch, you're not better. She's not fucking better. Jada Pink, what the fuck is gonna come out about Jada Pinkett? Jada Kingdom and Shinsia, I thought Jada Kingdom was better. Now Shinsia is taking up this whole people's business because she wants to take the spotlight off of her for a while, because that's all it's gonna be. Because she's been being dogged up in the media for being that. So she feels like she's got company now. Or she's trying to make it seem as though she's not in that company. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but I have a very sensitive stomach. And I just cannot allow just anybody to touch me. It doesn't matter how much fucking money you have. If you're a nasty hoe ass rapper who be fucking all kinds of thoughts and hoes, I don't want you to fucking touch me. You're an ass-tay. It's not just about you infecting me with some STD, but sorry. Yeah, I mean that. But it's also about you possibly infecting me with some STD. And STD, there are two different acronyms: sexually transmitted diseases and sexually transmitted demons. I don't want either. Condoms protect you from the diseases, but they don't protect you from the demons that you pick up from these nasty thoughts and bitches. Sometimes when you're in a relationship or you're married and you find that, you know, your husband, you know, all of a sudden you feel like a thought, like you want to do some hoish kind of shit. You discover your husband, only to discover your husband was cheating on you with a thought. How the fuck do you think you started wanting to behave a certain way? You weren't even a lesbian or a bisexual, and all of a sudden you got them thoughts. Because he was fooling around with nasty bitches. He contracted some sexually transmitted demons and probably disease and passed that shit on to you. When you notice yourself changing, your body changing, you're starting to act different, and it's not for the best or the better, you know that there is some breach in your aura, your auric field. I've been in situations where I starved. I was starving because I didn't have the money, and I was not gonna spread my coochie open so I could buy me KFC, so I could buy me food at some restaurant, so I could buy food at the supermarket. I wasn't about to do that. And I starved. I was starved. I prayed. Spirit sent help. It didn't come as, you know, the very second I prayed, or minute or hour. Sometimes it took hours. Sometimes it was a few days. I still didn't fucking die. I had water. But what a lot of these bitches they lack is discipline. I An advice that I gave in a video on that inspirational account that I got was whilst it's important to provide our children with what they need and some of what they want, it's also important to teach them how to do without. That's discipline. I'm not telling anybody to starve their children. I said it's important to provide their needs. And that's why I don't go all the way ham on women who sell their bodies. Because I know that even though I went through that, I was still more fortunate than a lot of women out there. But I'm talking about bitches who don't got kids, who don't got mouths to feed, who also bitches who you had food, but because you wanted that Gucci bag. That's not a necessity. You could have fucking lived without that. That you weren't gonna die. I'm not dying and I don't got me a Gucci bag. Bitches who spread their legs open and sell their vajayjay, not for food when they have no food and no help, no other means, no other way. I'm talking about bitches who spread their legs open and sell their cooches for clothes, cars, jewelry, shit like that. You're a hoe. Because you don't need shoes. And when I say clothes, I'm not talking about they're bare naked and they have not even a piece. I'm talking about brand name stuff that they think or feel they need a guy. They need that piece. Those bitches are thoughts and hoes. And they come on social media and they show off and they do this. That's their damn business. But there's a saying in Jamaica, show off, bring disgrace. And with sweet nanny goat, running belly. Because you done lost all respect from people whose respect you need to have a firm rooting and a foundation in the industry that you claim you are a part of and you claim you want to be a part of. Skillibang, or whatever his name is, he put out a song. Because I don't even really listen to those artists, but I still knew he was the one who, that's his song, Crocodile Teeth. And I know that was his song. And I know that, Nicki Minaj came onto it after he did his song to remix. Shinsia, she had an interview. She did a quote-unquote freestyle on that beat. And the host, was like, hostess, she was like, praising Nicki Minaj for, the beat going, which is like, in regards to the beat and something like that. And, cause I heard this song that Skillibang did, about, 10 minutes touch you one time like Shensia. And I was like, was that really a song? Cause it was actually, a YouTube blogger that I saw, did a comedian sketch of that. I was like, did Skillibang really do a song like that? And it was just like yesterday, literally just yesterday, after I think maybe a month or two after seeing that I actually looked it up, and it was really true. He actually did a song. And I remember seeing this gossip blogger posting about the dressmaker boy manager we should have was like saying something like Skillibang should not rank himself with Shensia and some shit of that sort. But they know it's fucking true. She's an industry hoe, and apparently Jada Kingdom is also. And I never forgot what a spiritual man said to me years ago. He said, never sell out your just paraphrasing who you are. Never be or try to be like the girls on the street. And that really meant, I feel like if he would see me now, he would feel really proud of me. Yeah, I never forgot. Sometimes you got people, they be dissing other women, but they run to take the same route. Nikki, rapped about that before. And that's how you know when a bitch is a hypocrite or when she's the real deal. Because you were styling me a couple years ago about this and that, and now you're not even doing what I been doing. You've taken the lead. You took it up several notches. Okay. You took it up several notches. So he did that song, Skillabang, and I don't really fancy this song, that's the honest truth. That was like the dopest part of the song. I'm just being honest. Not him. Okay. It was like the dopest part of the song. But I don't know, maybe it's one of them songs that will actually eventually grow on you. But he's not my type of artist. It's the truth. I don't really, cause even the Crocodile Teeth song, I don't dig it. So like for me, I don't go with the crowd. Not because other people think it's dope or listen to it. I'm gonna say it's dope or I'm gonna listen to it. No. I gotta feel it. But the politician, Sia, she knew. Of course, the bitch gotta know. That's the industry she works in. And if I, the hermit, knew it was his song, how you mean you didn't know that was Skillabang's song? How the hell didn't you know that? That one the hostess mentioned Nicki Minaj, you didn't know to say, okay, well, it was really Skillabang, who blah, blah, blah. And, just give the guys props. You feel what I'm trying to say? Give on to Caesar what's due on to him. I'm just saying. But she's got this energy that is so opportunistic, where in which, let me tell you, man, if those performers in the industry with names know what's good for them, don't help that bitch. She's ungrateful. She's ungrateful. I don't have to ask you. Because once she feels like, okay, she's up to your level or she passed your level, she doesn't mention you anymore. She don't mention you anymore. She did with Spice, Vibes Cartel. Let me tell, she is pathetic. But her Jupiter, which I actually looked up her natal chart, because I gotta understand these people. I try to understand them more. Her Jupiter is in Capricorn. That's a very opportunistic frequency. It's like the only way you can eat bread is by being an opportunist, a user, toxic. That's a very sad place to have your Jupiter. That's all I'm fucking saying. It's like a cursed place to have your Jupiter. I guess no wonder, Spirit says she's cursed. You collaborate with her, your career goes down. She's like an energy vampire. She's not supposed to live a certain life or be a certain way. So if you are a certain way and you collaborate with her, she's going to pull that from you. But it doesn't last long. So she got to constantly be going around collaborating with people, pulling their celebrity status, their frequencies, their energies to keep that facade alive. That's why I tell people, you got to be careful of the people you be collaborating with, because a lot of these people are cursed. They're not supposed to be living a certain life. And when you collaborate with them, they take your destiny. But it's not going to last long, because facts remains, she's not supposed to be living a certain life. And that's what it is. So though she be like pulling on people's energies, it doesn't last for long. And this age is going to teach people to be subconsciously conscious in order to get into that frequency. And to tap into that frequency of being able to read frequencies and energies. And that comes from first introspection. I done been there, done that. It's time for those who want to make it into the new earth or that new earth frequency to do so. I've been through several dark nights of the soul. Thank God. Have you? Or you? Are you ready? Is you ready? People have been trying to avoid this for years. But there comes that time in which you cannot escape it. Not anymore. So these women, they be crying. These men, they know about your reputations. Let me tell you, it's not about the amount of men you sleep with that makes you a hoe. It's the intentions that you've had whilst sleeping with these men. Because I could have slept with 100 men. But my intention was always to create a family. To build with them. To love them authentically. Not just because of what they had. Because I starved with them. I never bailed on them when their monies were low. I wasn't there for the money. I was there to relate, to connect, to breed, to build, to nurture them, to give them hope and courage. Especially in times when they didn't feel that, when they felt furthest away from all of them good energies. I manifested and gave them all of that. But of course, another lesson, that was, passed through me by spirit, that was transmuted through me by spirit, is a lot of times when you find out you keep be pulling in users and toxic men, it's because you came from a toxic family. The person who was that dominant figure in your life whilst growing up are toxic. We're toxic. Are toxic. Are. You had a mama who was controlling, a user. She never really loved you because she only had you and your siblings to have a hold on your daddy, to use y'all for child support, to use y'all for people to feel sorry for her and give her stuff, and she would just like manipulate all them stuff and take most of it for herself and gave y'all the bare minimum. Then you find that those are the kind of men who you're gonna attract. Users, opportunistic men who are around you to leech off of your energies, to pull in other bitches. Okay, men were there to take from you and give so little to you because that's the mama you had, that's the daddy you had, and there's no joke about that. Saturn, Capricorn, on the opposite end of that wavelength is Cancer, ruling cycles. So all that hardship and that life lesson that you life lessons you've had and you've been going through, look at the home you were growing in, Cancer frequency. And a lot of times it's got to do with the mamas. A lot of them, they only got with their fathers because they wanted to use them for monies. They wanted to use them to get somewhere. They never really wanted to invest in our daddies. And so we find that we be attracting those men. But you want to know how you stop attracting them? You got to detach from that toxic, narcissistic, opportunistic mama. Have no relations with her. And if it's your daddy, have no relations with him. Can you do that? If you can't do that, then you will never stop attracting those toxic men. It's just as simple as that. I see that. I learned that. And thank God I'm the hermit. Thank God I'm so introverted. Because I love being by myself anyways. What about the people out there who, that's like hell? But then again, Spirit gives, the hardest. But no, we think, because a lot of people be attracting toxic people. So whether you're a hermit, yes or no. Okay, baby, do not run. So, yeah. You want your sons to attract good women, not just treat them well and love them, but also teach them too how to treat these women. Because a lot of you, your mamas be teaching you and prepping you on how to use men, and they got to give you this, they got to give you that, and contradict themselves when they see that's not working out. Oh, you got to get this for yourself, and you got to get that for yourself. You see that major contradiction? You got to be this and that for yourself. But they're all along, they were prepping you. You make sure you with a man who gives you this and gives you that. But instead, all you be attracting are men who be wanting to take this and that from you, who believe in you for women who are seemingly what? At better financial standings than you, and at better, financial positions in you, who got jobs that are, paying them more monies, who are seemingly more, better off in terms of vanity wise than you. These men who are like users, they're looking for sugar mamas because of them parents and guardians you had. Just really sit and think, and just think about your childhood and see how well that connects to your current life or your experiences with men, with women. No joke about it. So, nobody wants users, but everybody wants to use. But there comes a point in time in which we've put in the work, we've learned. And guess what? The good stuff started to come around. But you got to learn. And that comes with, that first Saturn return. You have to learn. So that when you're born again, in your 30s, 31, 30, 32, the good stuff can come in. I feel strongly about the 33. That's a master number, 33. That's the turnaround point. That's a sub-cycle. And then 4 in itself, which seems like a paradox. 3 and then 4, but yeah. Change, completion, and then transformation. So, do the work. If you're over the age of 33, I don't know what to say. I feel like you can still put in the work. For me, I never believe in hopelessness. There's always a way out of no way. And I came across a post on Instagram at some point in the day, and it was stating that if there's any zodiac sign that can escape hell, if there's any zodiac sign that can escape hell, it is a Virgo. It is Virgo. And I've noticed that about myself, not tooting my own horn, but we always make a way out of no way because we're passionate about figuring things out. We're passionate about working, about doing things. And with that mentality, we always get around things. We always discover something. We always come across a loophole. So if anybody gonna get out of hell, it's got to be a Virgo. But then again, when you think about it from an esoteric point of view, a spiritual point of view, Virgo's the hermit, the transitioner, we take people's spirits from the living to the dead. So it really makes sense because we connect greatly to the underworld. Hekaté is a Virgo, and she's the goddess of the underworld. Okay? Hades is the god of the underworld. Hekaté, synchronicity, 2 H's, is the goddess of the underworld. And, not funny enough, but this is very synchronistic. Scorpio, that rules death and transformation, is in Virgo's 7th house. So that is really beautiful. If there's another deity I could attach to Virgo, is also Persephone. But for some people, that would be a form of paradox. But hey, the universe is one big spiraling black hole. So guess what? You know what that equates to? It's paradoxes upon paradoxes. Okay? But then again, Hekaté is the 3-in-1 goddess. Okay? So anyways, I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, guys? Whenever I receive new downloads, I will communicate with you guys again. Namaste. Remember to subscribe. Thumbs up if you're not a hater. And see you later.